music or something to get
Yo, what's up?
psyched up.
Ryan and Lucy here. Ruthlessly committed. Welcome.
Welcome.
Should we raise this up a little bit?
Should we?
I don't know.
I think you look good.
My hair is awesome.
Look at that
My
hair.
is awesome.
Oh my god.
So what's up, guys? Welcome. This is Treat You Like a Queen. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yes.
This is gonna be good. I almost
I'm gonna
had
share the
time
video.
to think about this today.
It was Ryan's suggestion. Great topic. He's like, hey, when you do the video, do it about
Like,
this.
do it.
I'm like, oh snap, that's gonna be good. So I'm going to share it right now.
I see myself all over the place. I look so good. My hair is a little crazy, but it looks good. So welcome. So
Share it to my
let's see.
timeline.
Look, put this up here. Introduce our snake.
We have
This
a
is
guest.
Naughty. She's getting huge.
She's
cool.
graduated to medium-sized
She has a
rats.
cross tattoo on her, given to her by God. Haha. Yeah. She's never bitten us before. She's like a year old.
She's a friendly snake. Yeah, she's a little over a year now. So we're introducing her today for the first time. Yeah. So today's topic
is called Treat You Like a Queen. So this is I guess this is my day.
It's Ryan's
This is my
day.
video.
It's all you,
Welcome.
baby.
Tune in. This is gonna be
I'm just along
powerful.
for the ride.
This is gonna be amazing.
Naughty's along for the ride.
So I'm excited. Yeah, I've been kind of neglecting our snake here,
She's shedding
And,
right now. See this?
but she's cool. We just got her
Shedding
upgraded her
pieces.
log because she's getting bigger.
Cleaned out her bark, stuff like that. She's gonna be a big girl. So let's see. I'm gonna make sure we have our video shared.
Got it
here.
all going here.
Yep. Everything's ready. All right.
All right.
Yes. So.
Yay! What's up?
Hey, Janae. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you, ladies. So, so today Ryan is bringing the topic, I guess we are bringing the topic of treating your woman like a queen. So if you're a woman, maybe take note on how you can be treated.
Boom! If you're a woman, you treat yourself
Yes.
like a queen.
Ooh. Ooh, snap. That's good.
So what do you think of when I say, well, just even in general, like a man treating his wife like a queen? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
So I think of respect and esteem and being valued and being like it's past appreciated. It's beyond that. The number one thing I think of is respect and then love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect and love. I think one of the first things I used to think about a woman being treated as a queen is kind of like a princess. Like, kind of like...
Princess is so different.
Yeah, kind of like treating daughters as a princess. You know, dad, like, I hear that all the time. I hear other dads talking about that. And especially in the church, at least, like, you know, like all over the place. You know, I treat my daughter like a princess. And the first thing that comes to my mind is like almost like a pampering, babying, take care,
Let me
rub
rub
her
your
feet.
feet.
There you go, see?
Clearly
Yeah.
this has come up before.
And
Cut your
yeah,
toenails.
that's what I think of. And it is all changed. So, let me paint a picture. A queen in an empire of a kingdom. Of a kingdom, a queen of an empire. Like, what does she look like?
I think a queen. Well, I think a princess. I think like or like Princess Sophia, or like all the Disney princesses or something. When I think of a queen, I'm like straight up Game of Thrones style, fucking powerful woman. Like this is who I am, and
Well, you don't own any dragons.
I don't.
You have
We have a snake.
A little snake. Well, what do you?
Mother of one snake and 4 children.
So powerful, a little crazy. I mean, I'm thinking Game of
maybe
Thrones.
a little crazy.
What else? So
a little
queen,
unexpected.
queen of a empire, a kingdom.
Yeah. The number one thing that comes to mind is powerful, unapologetic, authentic.
I mean, do you think you get like imagine yourself in Game of Thrones, like queen of a kingdom, or like even
Ain't no taking nobody's shit. That also. I just had to add that in there.
What is that called? The Hobbits.
The Hobbits?
Yeah, the Hobbit.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Was
So
it
imagine
who?
yourself a queen of like one of these castles or like an empire or all these people. Like, do you think you could even be that?
I think that's
could
crazy.
you imagine yourself
like the
being in that position?
responsibility and the responsibility, the people looking to you for direction. That's pretty insane. And that to me is the difference, one of the biggest differences between treating yourself as a queen or a prince. She's really coiled around me. A princess is more like okay, I've got some royal rights and I'm being taken care of. A queen is like, you really got to have your shit together if you're going to be the queen. So to be treated as a queen, it's very different. And this is a very recent shift, right? When was it that we started thinking of it that way?
2.5 months ago.
And a half. The half is important. What are you doing?
There's no we. It's all me. Like
She's
I
in your
decided.
hair.
I mean, we heard the term, treat like a queen.
Stole my snake.
And the husband being a king, and it came from the warrior movement, Garrett White. And but when we first originally heard it, like all these pictures come to mind of all kinds of stuff. So just in the past 2.5 months, almost 3 months ago, is when a huge shift happened in me. And actually the catalyst was a big fight. We got in a huge fight.
Was that you
I don't
guys
remember what
were
the fight
there?
was.
I mean, you weren't there,
no,
but you
this
know.
was before this. I don't remember what the fight was, but it was a big fight, and
I thought it was the one,
made me.
It was like episode 2 when we did the voice and the attractiveness thing. The rejected.
No, it was not. It was way before that. So it was before that. It was like a month before that. It was a month before that, and we had gotten in a fight. I don't remember what it was before. I mean, actually, I journaled it, so I do have it down somewhere. But I got so pissed off, and I went up in my closet. I did this thing called a stack. It's this powerful tool from the warrior movement. Also, it's in the Black Book. If you guys haven't, especially men, if you guys haven't heard or read the Warrior Book by Garrett White, you're fucking missing out. Like, it's as simple as that. It's just a powerful book. And he's a powerful guy, great movement, and he is the coach of our coach, Sebastian. And yeah, I mean, just his book, I've never met him personally, but just his book has changed my life. So that's what kind of guy he is. Just his book it has changed so many people's lives. So I did this tool called a stack, and basically by the end of this, I started off the stack with, man, Lucy, this bitch, me being its victim of this crazy ass woman who threw this fit in the kitchen. I don't remember what it was about, but it was like, I was so pissed off. And I was like, man, we can't, like, this is not a good relationship. Are you rubbing my shoulder?
Sort of.
Are you trying to keep me calm? I'm getting fired up.
No, I'm trying to get naughty to slither my way.
Oh, you trying to steal my snake? And anyways, by the end of the stack, a huge shift comes around. By the end of, hey, Kathy!
Yes. Kathy! Robin says Father's Day gift. If you get the book for the men.
Yeah.
Woo!
Or just everyday gift, like that.
And any day. Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways, by the end of the stack, an hour later, I am, or more, I come to the conclusion in the realization that, like, the best thing I can do is treat her as a queen. And that is when, I mean, my whole world was blown up, and our marriage changed big time. That was a huge shift in our marriage. And nothing, like, Lucy didn't know what I did. She didn't know anything about the stack. She didn't know anything about anything that I did. I entered my closet pissed off. I released a bunch of rage into a towel, screaming, cussing, and I did some journaling, answering a bunch of questions. Did this tool called the stack, and I leave my closet with a commitment of treating Lucy like a queen and serving her, treating her like a queen no matter what, no matter the fuck what, no matter, and this is right here, see the wall? Ruthlessly committed. That's what this is. It's like no matter what, because the first thing that goes through my mind is, man, I could treat her like a queen, is, fuck, she doesn't deserve to be treated like a queen. She just threw a little bitch fit. That's the first thing that went through my mind. I'm sitting there thinking, God, I should treat her like a queen. I'm like, fuck you, God. you know, and fuck you, whoever said treat your wife like a queen. That's the first thing that went through my mind. It's like, she don't treat me like a king, and she didn't deserve that shit, you know?
I think I
That's the first thing that went through my
I said
mind.
something like, you don't treat me like a queen, like Garrett, his wife, was it that?
Ooh, it was
that?
after that. Yeah, that was what brought that, probably what brought that to my mind. Yeah,
you were like, well,
it was
what
like
the
a
hell does
day
that
or
even
2
mean?
days before that stack, so she was actually watching this stuff. I mean, people like Garrett White set the bar really high. It's like, oh shit, you know, a wife
Yeah,
watches that man,
Oh
and
man,
his
like,
wife.
you got no excuses, you know?
But no, they're just a normal marriage. But yeah, they set the bar high, and they're awesome, powerful, and authentic.
Yeah.
And Garrett and Danielle. And but yeah, I left my closet with a commitment that day of I'm gonna treat her like a queen. So here's the thing: when I first, even like so when Lucy originally brought that up a couple of days before this, of you don't treat me like a queen. I think it might have been the night before that fight.
Yeah, it was very soon after.
I was like, fuck you. I don't know if I said that. Maybe I did. But
did.
that was definitely in my mind. I was like, fuck you. You want me to treat you like a queen? It's like, you don't deserve to be treated like a queen. Like, you know, with the circumstances, the way they were. And, you know, her little... Is her head over here?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, girl? With her, you know, with the fit that she threw and everything, I was just like, man, she doesn't deserve it, you know? But anyway, so... back to it. I left the closet with a commitment. So that's what this video is right here. Commitment of treating Lucy like a queen. So, treating you like a queen first of all, it is that, like that whole, not necessarily pampering. Yeah, it's pampering. Pampering, there's, basically, if I don't feel like hugging you, kissing you, I'm pissed off at you and all that stuff, like, I get myself to, man, that's my queen. Like, just that shift right there in my mind, realizing, hey, you know what, this is my woman, this is my wife, this is my queen, and she deserves me. She deserves my love. She deserves that. And so, there is a part of treating her like a queen that is that.
Where's she going?
And here's the catch, though. Along with that comes treating her like, treating her like a queen for real. Like we're talking about a queen of an empire, queen of a kingdom. And, I mean, a queen like that has a lot of power, a lot of authority, the big word here is responsibility.
Yeah. And to be held to that standard is no small thing either. I mean, we think, you know, all the glamorous things. Oh, queens, they get to dress up and be fancy and, like, whatever, live in the castle. But when it comes down to it, there's great responsibility with it. There's no shirking responsibility. There isn't. I have no excuse for doing that. So that was a big shift for me too. And when I think in terms of like, if I think of us as the king and queen of our home, of our domain, thinking of him as that person too, as that king, and I am his queen, it really shifts things in my perspective too. Because then I'm not just looking at him as like, oh, there's my husband I see every day, like all day, and you know, we just have these kids together and we're kind of like doing the same thing, you know, a lot of days. It shifts that perspective, and when we see the other person differently, we start to treat them differently, and then a lot of times we get different treatment in return. So it's interesting because somebody just commented, Catherine said, it's like what you put out, you get that back too. And yes, a lot of times, yes. And if not immediately, often eventually. So what do you think?
Yeah, and that's a big part of it. So treating you like a queen is holding you to very high standards.
Yeah. Which has not been easy for me, people. Let me just say that right now.
No, it's not.
It's not been easy.
But here's the thing, like, yeah, just like you said, like treating you like a queen.
Look, there's a hair.
There's a meme I've seen a couple times now in the past couple months. A meme. It's a funny word to say. And I think I actually sent it to you one time, maybe. It's like, I think it said, if you treat your woman like a queen, she will make you her king.
I don't think I got that one. I mean,
No?
I don't think you said that.
Yeah, anyways, it's, so I saw that. And so, part of, like, me reading that, you know, it makes sense. But there's like a lot of weight to that. Like, I treat her like a queen, and she's gonna make me her king. Like, all that power, all that responsibility that she has as a queen. I mean, I feel that there's even greater power as a king. There's even greater responsibility. But we won't get into that. I mean, maybe just the same. Either way, it's a lot of fucking power and responsibility. I mean, you talk about a whole kingdom. Family, kingdom, empire, business, culture, everything that we're leading, everything that we have power, responsibility over in our lives, which is everything.
Yeah.
And so that's some scary shit. Like, so me to treat her like a queen, like it's not a real easy, simple thing. This is why I say it takes the marriage to a whole nother level, because I hold her to a standard of integrity and a standard of just realness, and integrity is the word. Like, her being true to herself, being true to what she wants in her heart, having no excuses, no rationalizing, justifying bullshit, but simply going after what she wants, no excuses. And, a level of commitment that's just fucking off the charts. That's the commitment I hold her to. And guess what? I hold her to that. She's going to turn around and do the same thing to me.
Yeah. And as we've talked about in other episodes, if I am not living up to that, if I'm not living in that integrity, then I can't see it in him. I can't see when he's not in it, because I'm just sitting in my shit and I can't call him into something greater. So, I used to say that there were all these small things, like there are, so it's always just a little thing, it's not a big deal, but, when he started treating me in this way, holding me to the standards of a queen, I saw really quickly that there are no small things. And, it's become kind of our inside joke now that there are no small things, but truly.
I think she's talking about my penis. It's no small thing.
What do you think about that, Nutty? No small things? It used to be a small thing.
So what do you think is a huge benefit of me treating you like a queen?
The benefit? To me?
The benefit,
or
the huge
to us?
benefit, multiple benefits. Like, why would I treat you like a queen? Shit, it's hard. It's hard for me,
it is,
and it's hard for you.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for both of us. I mean, it's real easy to be lazy and to take it easy and to just get by, in our parenting, to just get by, pay the bills, just get by in life.
Yeah.
To
just get
basically survive,
keep going
get
way.
comfortable. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. So the biggest benefit is that, well, both of us have huge visions, and for our families, for communities, for business. And so don't startle her. Oh my God, I think tomorrow's feeding day. So anyway, where was I? Yeah. So the biggest benefit is really getting into that power that we have really wanted for so long, that I have really wanted to have for so long, but I never seem to quite have it. And so I think the biggest benefit is really being the powerful person, the powerful people that we can be. And this is not just us.
Yeah, what does that mean, a powerful person? Like, what does that mean to you?
So for me personally, when I think of myself being powerful, it means that my presence, my words, my way of being is valuable. It creates instant value for people. So I walk into a place and I can shift the energy.
So how about this? Because powerful can be for anything. But you said creates value. How about just creates?
Yeah, creates.
Someone who's powerful has the capability of making shit happen. Yeah. Of creating. I mean, it doesn't have to be create value for somebody. I mean, someone who's powerful
create for ourselves, create for our family.
Do the opposite. Can really
they can
cause
destroy,
a negative. They can do all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of powerful people.
Yeah. Are you trying to get her? The skin is coming off right here.
So a huge benefit of me treating you like a queen is you being more powerful, which what I'm hearing is gives you the capability of making stuff happen.
Yeah, so more powerful,
creating
and
vision,
more
creating
my
what
self.
You want in your business, in your parenting, in your relationships, in who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, because when he treats me that way, I am not allowed to play small. I'm not allowed to get very comfortable and just kind of, no, it's okay, like it's good enough. Because that was my pattern in life, is just good enough. And so to be held to that kind of standard has been
Man, I heard, we saw a good quote the other day on this Amazon Prime original called All or Nothing.
Oh, yeah,
it's a Dallas Cowboys thing, and it was
so
cool. Anyways, there's a big quote on the back. I don't know whose quote this is. I didn't look it up. But it said, you get what you demand, and you encourage what you tolerate.
Oh, yeah, that's so good.
And that is,
that quote is,
oh man, that's so good. You think about the marriage, you encourage what you tolerate. And if she's full of shit, I encourage you, I enable it.
Yeah, enable. Enable, if you replace encourage with enable kind of interchangeably in that quote. That makes
encourage is even more powerful, because enable is like, I let this happen. Encourage is like, I even...
Like I condone it.
Yeah, like... So encourage is, that's so real though. That's so real. Because when we get permission to not be in integrity, permission to not be responsible, we want that. We make that happen.
Yeah. And I realized too that I think about the ways that I encourage what I tolerate. Like even with the kids, saying, "Hey, I'm dry the floor. If you don't dry the floor, you're going to lose your privileges for whatever tomorrow." And if I go in there and the floor is wet and I'm tolerating that, then I'm encouraging them to not keep their word and me to not keep my commitment.
Yeah, it's more than a permission. It's you encourage them.
And they learn that. Even if they can't say it outright, they know that, okay, well, mommy is not really...
All right, so I'm cutting you off. This is my show. So I thought of 3 things. I was just in the bathroom pooping. And I thought
brilliant moments of
I get some great times. Great insights.
Pooping and showering.
And I showered back up.
Showers,
so my butt's clean. It's all good.
More reflection time.
I thought of 3 things that... Ooh, is it Tony Robbins? Look, she looked it up.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Janae.
This is so great when I look at the camera, I get all close, I look all retarded.
Oh, my goodness.
So I thought of 3 things. So 3 things that would keep me or any man from treating his wife like a queen. And so the first one I already forgot. So let me
Here's the downside.
Oh, I know.
To
So the first one,
ideas in the shower.
The first one is the underlying story. Because we have different stories going on in our heads all the time. So, it's crazy when we first get married. Maybe trophy queens are different. I don't know. But for the most part, I think most people get married and they look at each other for who they can be.
Yeah.
We were kids when we got married, but I saw her as this powerful, inspirational singer and person that would affect the globe and all this stuff when we got married.
Yeah.
And so I saw years and years ahead. That's the person I was marrying. I wasn't marrying this little baby. And
baby princess.
But what's crazy is, as the years go by, and real life hits, and circumstances hit, and kids and responsibilities and all that shit happens, we start playing smaller and smaller because we go from having a vision to survival mode, and then we're playing super small because we're just doing whatever we can to get by.
And all that stuff inside comes to the surface. All the crap comes to the surface. All the fears and the insecurities and all of that, which.
So the first thing that would keep me and would keep any man from treating his wife like a queen is my story about her being small. In that argument, we got in a fight and she's being a little bitch, being a little victim to the kids, to me, to whoever else. And it's almost like there's no respect in that. It's unadmirable, uninspiring.
Totally
I don't want that. She doesn't even want that in herself. She feels ashamed and guilty.
And then I hide and withdraw.
And so me having a story about her, and even more powerfully, packing evidence. Oh, she's being a little bitch. She's unworthy.
And here's all the reasons.
Hey, I said it in the beginning of this video. She didn't deserve to be treated like a queen. That's a story right there. If that's my story, that she doesn't deserve to be treated like a queen, and I can pack that shit full of evidence, She doesn't deserve to be treated like a queen. She did this to the kids. She did this to the kids. She did this to me. She treated me like this. She did this with her clients. She did this to whoever. And then all of a sudden I have this powerful story built up. And guess what? I'm not going to treat her like a queen. But here's the thing. Turn it completely around. I came out of that closet committed to treating her like a queen. The first thing I did, well, I did this still in the closet, was create a story that she is a fucking queen. That she deserves to be treated like a queen. And I don't remember what the story was. I wrote it down. But yeah, she's a badass, powerful, awesome, passionate woman. She's a queen. She deserves to be treated like a queen. And I packed that story with evidence of all of the shit that she has done that is admirable, respectable, powerful, amazing, unbelievable. I mean, I came out of that closet like, fuck, she deserves to be treated like a queen, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Fucking whatever it takes to treat her like a queen. Hasn't been perfect since then. But that was my attitude, that was my mindset.
Just a few.
Coming out of that closet.
Yeah. Well, and what that does too is that when he started holding me to that standard and treating me in that way, not only did it push me and stretch me to rise up to that, but I wanted to treat him differently. I started thinking, okay, well, oh shit, like this is how a king can treat his queen. Then how can I treat him? Like, where am I not?
She had to. I mean, she was
standard.
Feisty.
Well, you know.
By the way, when I say I came out of my closet, for you guys who don't know, I do a lot of praying and journaling and all kinds of shit in my closet. Yelling, screaming. My closet's like a kid's bedroom.
It's like
it's huge. It's bigger than our bathroom. It's like
it is a pretty.
His
closet is bigger than mine. When we moved into this house, huge. I was like, babe, you can have the big closet.
I have furniture.
Because you have more clothes than I do.
I have destroyed furniture in it.
You destroyed a lot of furniture in that room. A lot of wooden dolls.
So that was the first thing. So the first thing is my story. Or a man's story about his wife. That she doesn't deserve to be treated like a queen.
Creating a new story.
That she is not big enough to fit a queen's shoes. That is what will hold me back. Hold a man back from treating his wife like a queen. Second thing is just fucking fear. Being scared. Being a pussy. Like, I would be scared to treat her like a queen if I'm not ready to be treated like a king. Like, to take on that responsibility, to take on that, responsibility is the word. I mean, I was scared of that for so long. And that's still, to me, at certain times, that can be like the scariest shit ever, to have responsibility. Because responsibility is power. Used for good, bad, beautiful, ugly, everything. And when I'm not ready, and I see this in men everywhere all the time, like, the responsibility is fucking scary. So if I'm not ready as a man to take that responsibility to be treated back like a king, for her to hold me as a king, for her to hold me responsible and in integrity and powerful, respectable, all that stuff, then I'm not going to treat her like a queen. Like, that's going to keep me. And I mean, that's all around.
That's going to limit him too.
A man treating his wife like a queen. And that's some scary shit.
I think any time we treat each other for what we can be and hold each other to that standard, and we bring out the most powerful, the best in each other. We bring out the best in each other instead of holding on to the story of like, well, you know, it's just being an asshole.
Here's a question for you guys. I mean, how many men do you know are playing small? Not living to their full potential?
All the women are probably like, my husband.
Being little fucking bitches. Yeah, how many men? And imagine them trying to treat their wife like they can be. Not where they're at, but who they can be. That's some scary shit. You can't do that. Like, there's no fucking power in it. So that's a big thing that will hold me back. At times it still does, holds me back. And that will hold men back. Sometimes, like all the time. And so, and the third thing, it goes along the same lines. Me being out of integrity. A man being out of integrity, I can't hold her to a standard of being in integrity. I can't tell her, hey, you wanted to be like this with the kids. You want a connection with your kids. You said you're going to do this, you're not fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I can't even say that to her. If
he's not holding up his
integrity. If I'm not in integrity. If I'm not having the connection I said I would have with the kids that I committed to. if I'm not creating what I committed to, what I declared, what I said I would do, I have no fucking power.
Yeah.
So that's the third thing is integrity.
You can say things, but kind of it's sheepish. It's like, you're doing, it's just not it's not said in a powerful way. Because I've tried to call him out on things when I'm completely out of my integrity, and it's not very powerful. It's more just like complaining. It's just whiny. Yep. It's not powerful. So, but you were saying the third.
Then you just got two bitches out of integrity. Complaining.
Two little bitches.
Complaining, throwing little bitch fits, and fighting. I mean, that's just a normal, us being a normal couple.
That's so funny, throwing bitch fits. I just think of like, when our toddlers go nuts. Like they're just fighting and they're fighting over chalk or something. And Ezekiel just goes like, ah! And Vivi's like, no, stop. It's like that. It's literally, like that, but the adult version.
Oh, excuse me. I watched Ezekiel today. Ezekiel's 2.5 years old, and he, I don't even know what happened. I think Vivi rearranged something of his or took something of his or something like that.
She took one of his colors. She took one of his colors.
He just immediately stopped. Looks to the ceiling and screams as loud as he can. Just yells as loud as he can.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, man, that's great. That is so great.
He just started
I want to do that.
screaming.
He inspired me. I did something similar today. I walked to the cliffs. I took a big walk. And I walked to the edge of the cliffs, down the Sunset Cliffs here, San Diego. And there was this woman about 15 yards from me with her dog. And I was looking at the ocean. I just fucking yelled as loud as I could. Lost my voice. Like I have right now, and
it's like if
I yelled, and then I celebrated, and it was like, woo! I just went all crazy. I felt so good and pumped up, and I was like, man, I got that out of me. She wouldn't even look at me. Don't look at that dude in the eyes.
But it's like he's like an unfiltered toddler in those moments, Because Ezekiel, he gets excited and loud when he's happy.
That's what's fucking missing out of our lives. I mean, you talk about men.
It's just so dampened.
Oh man, I mean men and women. Shit.
Yeah,
I missed that. Missed that in school,
that inhibition,
college, on our floor, Full Armor, or Roberts University. We yelled, screamed every day, multiple times. Every time you walked onto the floor, you yelled and screamed every single time. Like that was the way it was. Oh, so good. But yeah, so let me see. 3 things holding him back. I guess I'll leave you with this. It's been 45 minutes. Yeah, What would it look like? So men, specifically men, what would it look like to treat your wife like a queen?
Yeah, that's a good one. What would it look like?
Like beyond the pampering, neck rubs, head rubs, back rubs, all that stuff, buy flowers. Beyond that, treating her like a queen. Someone who is, has to be admirable. I mean, you talk about a kingdom or an empire.
Janae asked what was number 3.
Number 3 is being out of integrity.
Oh, yeah.
So a man who is out of integrity, there's no way he can hold his wife.
So a man must be in integrity to hold his wife to that standard, to the standards of a queen.
Yeah, so a man who is, and go more in depth, a man who is not whole and complete, not lacking nothing, is hiding shit, not being authentic, hiding emotions, hiding the truth. There's just no way he can hold his wife to integrity. I can't hold Lucy to truth if I'm bullshitting myself. If I'm bullshitting anybody.
So that's number 3.
So what would it look like, men? What would it look like if you treated your wife like a woman who ran an empire, who was a queen of an empire, of a kingdom, of a bunch of people, of a royal family, a queen who, demanded respect and admiration?
Yeah.
What would that look like? And then men, what's holding you back from doing that?
So there's your assignment. I feel I want to add, I want to piggyback on that, which is always a fun thing to say, and say something to the women. But I think that this deserves an episode of its own. So.
I don't feel like doing this shit again, but okay.
In the reverse. But what I would say
I guess
is
that's coming in the future.
treating each other for who they can be, for the powerful person.
Yeah, simplified version is treating one another as we can be, not as we are. Not as we are in this moment. So putting that powerful fucking story behind her. Like making her that story. So this is the way I look at it. And this gives me so much power. You talk about power and responsibility. This is the way I live every fucking day of my life. I create a story for Lucy, and she lives into my story. Lucy is a passionate, powerful, loving, inspiring woman, inspiring leader, passionate, powerful creator. And I treat her like that, and she lives into it. And that doesn't mean like she lives into it, doesn't mean it's easy. Like sometimes she tries to, live a little under that like I do. If she doesn't hold me to that standard, and I'm not on top of my game, like, I'll get fucking lazy and try to get away with whatever I can get away with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just do the bare minimum. That's totally.
But here's the thing: most men, spouses, men, people in general. This is not even just spouse relationship. Like this is friendships, everything. We're victims of each other. Oh, I can't deal with this. Man, she yells at me every time I talk to her. She doesn't listen to anything I say. She's a horrible listener. She's a horrible communicator. She doesn't give a shit about marriage, our relationship, the kids, whatever. I'm a victim of her. Well, I just turned the whole fucking thing on its head. Like, no matter what, I'm in full power, full control, full responsibility of creating what I want in our marriage. Integrity, connection. I mean, that's what I'm committed to. Integrity, connection between us. So I create that story every day for Lucy, and I hold that frame up for her and invite her into that story, invite her into that frame that I've created for her. Is this blowing your mind? Do you know this stuff or what?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've talked about this a fair share. Yeah, and I've definitely seen the shift in how our dynamic because of that.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean I'm perfect. It doesn't mean we're perfect. Our marriage is anything but perfect. But that's what I'm committed to. And and I love. Sebastian always says how we are not our results, we're our commitment. Because days go by, shit goes wrong, gets nasty, whatever. We fight, things don't circumstances get fucking tough. But we're not our results. We're like when I walked out of that closet, that's what all matters. When I walked out of my closet with a commitment of I'm going to treat her like a queen. I'm committed to treating her like a queen, no matter fucking what. That's when everything changed. And there might be a moment, a day. Not might be. Like there are times that I don't treat her like a queen. And something has to shift, or we go down a spiral and go quickly. 1 week, 2 weeks. Yeah. So that's why I do this shit every day. I stack every day. I get on and I shift. I create that story every single day for her. So there you have it. That's it. Back to I want to leave like more on the table. So what would it look like, men? What would it look like to treat your wife as a queen in full power? And what is getting in the way of doing that for you? And anything I want to leave is like something to email. What can they email us? I want to receive an email.
Hear from you guys. We would love for you to share that with us. Like, what can you do? I would like to hear that because I'm interested to see how people's stories, what kind of story you need to create about your spouse, about your wife or your husband, if you're the ladies out there watching, so that you can treat him like a king or treat her like a queen.
And here's the thing, forget the king. To treat yourself like a queen.
Yes.
Just tell you want to be vulnerable. Is that some scary shit or what?
Yes.
Like I said, number 2, holding a man back from treating his wife like a queen. Fucking scared shitless of being treated like a king. To be held to that standard, held to that responsibility, that power. of
Yeah, that's
being
so
a
true.
king in his family, in his business, in his relationships,
Yeah.
that's some scary shit. So for the women, like, what would it look like for you to be treated like a queen? Are you ready for
And
that?
for you, yeah, so for
Are
you
you
to treat
fucking ready
yourself
for
like a
that?
queen. Oh my gosh, that's good.
I know, I'm good.
Just
I came up with this stuff on the toilet.
way to go, babe. Good productive poop time.
All right, guys, that's all for tonight. Have a fantastic night. We love you, and we will see you soon.